Whitlock and Wiley, joined now by Redskins Pro Bowl cornerback Josh Norman. Josh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Let's start with the jumping of the Bulls. I don't know if you read the Washington Post. Washington Post, none too happy with you, Josh. Redskins have a dearth of veterans. The headline was, Norman, 31, behaves as if he's bored with football and ready to retire, but the money is too good to leave. Last year, he danced with the stars. This year, he was dancing around bulls in Spain. Norman's recklessness shows a lack of commitment to football. Norman should be readying to lead a unit, not working on his bucket list. Your response?
My response. That was like a heated, loaded question, right?
Yeah. Very.
Yeah.
But that's Rick. That's when
Rick Mace, is that who wrote that?
Whoever wrote it. But his name Rick, I just saw down there.
Oh, Rick Snyder. I'm sorry, Rick Snyder.
Whoever he was.
Yeah.
But literally, like, ask yourself a question. Does Rick Snyder write my checks?
No, Dan Snyder does.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was trying to figure out, like, that part, right?
Dan Snyder has no problem?
So why should I worry about Rick Snyder?
Well, let's be real, man. There's a camp out there, and the camp is getting more fuel that fame has become as or more important than football. They use moments like this to fuel the argument. And when they look at you and they look at the unit and they look at the investment, they're starting to try to find the balance and trying to reconcile it. So has fame creeped into the same level as football for you?
Let's see. I don't come to other people's jobs to tell them what to do.
That's an argument.
I mean,
But if you did,
you know what I'm saying?
if you did, you might have something to say about how they do their job, and they're flipping that on you.
Yeah, right. They're flipping it on me because of what I do and what I make. So if I was somebody that didn't make what I made, guess what? It wouldn't be a conversation, would it? Would it not be? Or would it be?
Not just what you make, but your level of game, how good you are,
Right.
comes with a responsibility. Sometimes it's just a perception. We get it. But are you giving them even that perception that football is all?
But that's the thing, man. People's perception is their reality. And that can be whatever it is. But for me, mine is I'm going to do what I feel like doing in that moment of time because it's fun for me. It's a thrill. It's something that excites me so intense it makes me better. Like, it prepares me on a different level than it prepares for other people. Like, I grew up, I lived on the edge all my life. I played this position on the edge, just me and mano, one-on-one. I'm looking danger straight in the eye every time I step up on that field. 16 straight games. I know what that looks like. It's no fear factor for me. So when I step inside someone else in another octagon, another arena, another space, I'm somebody totally different. I feel that. I'm excited. Like something just jumps up inside of me and exudes that confidence that I can overcome anything, any fear that I step into. And that's for me. I can't explain that enough to somebody else to where that resonates to them because they don't understand it and they not me.
I think you just gave a great explanation.
I was about to say, that's all you need.
You gave a great explanation about your personality, but it does lead to the other question. Is like, does that same excitement still drive you on the football field? Do you feel that same level of excitement still as a football player?
Well, for me, I was out there pretty much in Spain testing out my booster package that I just got this season for the season. So
right.
literally, it was something that it was fun for me. So I always look at it as what's fun for me. And football is still fun for me. It's still something that I love. It's brought me into a place where I'm fortunate enough and I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do, man. There's so many people in this world that wants to play professional sports and do what we do. So many. But for me, I take it as, where's the love for the game? And do I have that? Absolutely, without an undeniable question, yes. For sure. But if I want to do something else on my free time, I can do it. Like, literally. I mean, I stand up right now. Look at me. Like, do you see any broken bones? Like, you see, I'm here talking to you. I'm full health, right? So why is there a problem or issue, I feel like? And it seems like, to me, if I do something, oh, you're not into football. Oh, you're not into that or this. Okay, so when you leave your job, what are you into? Are you going to be the same way?
All right. I think you've given a hell of an answer.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to NFL's talking about an 18-game schedule.
Yes.
Your thoughts?
What about it?
Would you be for or against playing 18 games?
No.
No what?
Why would I? Do you know how much more, impact that is on you? Do you know, that's another, 2 games, which is, you add that up, 16 you already played, and then luckily enough you go to the playoffs, that's 3 extra games, and then you go to the big one, you look at it, almost 20 games, right? 19, 20 games.
Yeah.
You add 2 more on top of that. You tell me what's the risk factor in that? Injury or none?
Is there a dollar amount that can make your mind change?
But see, that's the conversation. Is it guaranteed dollar amount, or is it a dollar amount to where something happens, they can take that away? Now, for me, that's a question I ask myself. It'd be totally different. But for other people, you got to get all those guys on the same page to have that conversation, to be like, hey, look, is this worth that other 2 games? But I guarantee you one thing, they're going to take away this stupid preseason. That's for sure. They have to.
What do you think about them limited 18 games, but you're limited to playing in 16?
Say it again, one.
They play 18 games.
Yeah.
What they saying?
But the individual player, can only play 16 of them.
Then get out of here. You think that's going to actually go?
I don't.
I don't either. No. So
Why would you be against that?
What you mean? They say we play 18, but you play 16.
You're sitting on the sideline basically for 2 games getting money.
Watching it. Yeah. Just banking it in your bank account. And people are actually going to show up in the stands to watch their favorite players sit on the sideline while everybody else play. You think that's going to fly?
No, I'm not with that.
I'm just saying. I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
I mean, help me understand that one.
Well, okay. Well, we all know about your rivalry. Maybe it's not the same right now. OBJ no longer in the New York spotlight in Cleveland. How do you? Here you go. How do you think OBJ goes?
Don't hide. Yeah. You've been honest about everything else.
And he's in OBJ.
What's hiding, man? Y'all guys, see this? We do this. We ask me this question every time. Why we can't ask about Julio? Why we can't ask about this?
Because you didn't take Julio's helmet off on. We ain't got this video with you and Julio.
We went to the Super Bowl, man. We was one step away from a touchdown from being the champions. Why we gotta come up here and have a conversation every time?
Amen.
I keep telling you.
What?
About the situation. He's a great player. He does his job. He knows what he's supposed to do. Guess what? He played a game that was violent back then. We played a game that was it was Batman and the Joker. It was carnage. It was really chaos. I mean, everything was coming down. We put fire to Gotham. That's what we did. And it still resonates to this day. Damn it, leave it alone.
No, we're going to keep watching.
He's gone now, though.
I see that.
He's in the AFC.
He's gone. He's not even in the NFC East anymore. He left. He's completely gone away from the NFC.
You think he's going to miss you?
Do he? Yes, he probably will. But no, it's all fun and games. It's jokes. We can laugh about it now. I mean, we had conversations about it. It was like, man, we were so young and, I was doing some crazy things back then. Okay, I understand. We get it. We both on the same playing field. We want to win. I get it. You get 2 people that's just at the peak of the game and they going at each other. I get it. But now it's got to a point where it's like, all right, he's in another place. He's playing with Cleveland. They got a crazy team over there.
Squad, right?
You see that?
Yeah.
I mean, if they all on the same page, because they got a lot of personalities, they all get on the same page, who knows what may happen.
Y'all have a personal relationship, you and Odell?
Do we have a personal relationship?
You heard me, so that means no. I'll
say this.
Just say no.
You on the phone. We kind of got a little conversation. We got a contact. We got contact with each other. How about that? We got contact. So
y'all
my
got a
contact
referee.
Is in his contact.
Okay.
I say that.
Okay.
So my phone
Josh.
number is in his phone and his is in mine. Vice versa. How about
The NFL has got some new replay provisions as it relates to pass interference.
Yeah.
I've heard Aaron Rodgers say that he thinks it's going to be a help for defensive backs. He thinks it's going to be to their advantage, the pass interference replay. Your thoughts?
I don't see how. How would it be into our advantage? I mean, I get it. Yes, it would be to our advantage, but then again, how could it? Because you get in a 2-minute situation in the fourth quarter, game's locked, and you make a big play and you do something to the wide receiver that you get in front of him. You might not even touch him that much to impede his positioning of where he's going on the field. You may just tap him by or something. Is that call for a flag, or are they going to let that go? You know what I'm saying? What is going to be?
I don't
because,
like it.
Literally, I had to play, and me and Hop, at the end of the game, it was almost like a 2-minute situation, and I didn't really do anything to him. The guy came from all the way back from the left side of the field and threw a flag, and the play was over. and he called holding on me, and the play went to the other side. So I'm looking at that like, how did that even go down? But was I upset? Of course I was upset. 2-3 games later, it went out of my system. But I would just say the same thing happened with the Saints.
Rams and Saints.
The Rams and Saints. And really, that's really why we're having this conversation right now, if we want to be honest with you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.